Well, we're back. You know, where I was getting too excited, we were talking about the Savannah Bananas. Got me all pumped up over here, talking about all the stuff the Aviators and the ballpark puts on for us here in Vegas. So, we're going to chat a little bit. I know James was mentioning we got some promos, some different events you guys got. Tell us a little bit about your promos. What's the Aviators got in store for us Vegas residents this year?
Yeah, we mentioned opening day is right around the corner, end of the month, March 28th against Reno. That night it's going to be a great fireworks show after hopefully the victory.
Okay.
So we'll have victory fireworks out there after the game. And then we have a bunch of stuff planned for that opening homestand. The next night we're going to give away a fun Aviator scarf. We try to pair up some of these promotions with the weather. And
it's going to be a cold night?
It's been pretty chilly. I don't know if you tried playing golf last weekend or not. But, scarf could try to keep some people warm in that early springtime. It seems like we always have like a quote-unquote winter, and then
it's a little bipolar period.
Yeah, it gets warm, and then goes right back into like second winter. Yeah. So that'll be good up there. And then we actually we like to partner up with a variety of sports teams in town. When we were over at our old ballpark, you know, we did a jersey giveaway with the Golden Knights. A couple years ago, we did a Raiders-style jersey. This year, we're partnering up with the Las Vegas Aces and have created a jersey giveaway based on their logo and jersey and stuff. So we got
awesome.
We're trying to be a Las Vegas sports team with all the teams.
Perfect. Some cooperation over here.
Exactly. Yeah. Awesome. So that'll be a fun jersey giveaway, and then that's the following homestand against the Sacramento River Cats.
Okay.
And then we're doing a Minecraft giveaway shirt.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
For the kiddos?
Well, no, it's for all ages. I mean, I don't know if you have done some
I kind of like some Minecraft. Look it up. Let's go.
But it's a fun T-shirt idea that we're putting together.
Okay. So what you're giving out? Is that for everyone at the game?
First 2,000 through the
gates.
Get people in there having some fun. Get a shirt. Get some drinks. Get a hot dog. Have fun at the ball game.
All the good stuff.
And rooting on the Aviators, of course.
Of course.
Your favorite team.
My favorite baseball team, everybody. You heard it here first. The real estate guys' favorite ball team. All right, so I got some actual real estate stuff for you guys. I guess I should talk about that a little bit too. Let's talk a little bit about inventory, right? So, given the last few weeks, we've had a small trend start. It doesn't really tell me much, but it is a small trend, right? We've seen the inventory start to increase a little bit. About 4 weeks ago, we were sitting about 7,100 total homes on the market, about 7,150. As of this very second, we are sitting I'm going to do single family first. We're sitting at 5,350 single family, which was closer to about 5,050 4 weeks ago. So that's up about 300 single family homes the last 4 weeks. And total homes, again, I said we're sitting at a little over 70, almost 7,600 right now. So we're up about 450 homes in the last month.
Now, is having got a question for you.
Yes, please.
Is having more inventory a good thing?
Right. So it's all supply and demand, right? So if we have more inventory, it's going to be better for buyers out there, right? It's going to mean there's more supply. We have a little bit, probably less demand if there's a lot of inventory out there. But usually that's that's going to affect prices, right? If we have a slower market, right, with more homes available, giving buyers more options, there's more negotiating room. But, what constitutes a lot, right? That's a question probably most consumers in Vegas might have, right? What does 7,000 homes on the market mean to me? It means nothing, right? Well, just for some examples for you, right? 2011, 12, 13. 27, 28,000 homes on the market, right?
Oh.
2004, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5,000 homes on the market, right? Depending on the given month. So that's about the lowest you ever see, right? 2020, we hit, at one point, there was a 2 in front of the availability of supply in COVID.
Jeez.
Lowest we've ever seen. We hit like 2,800 single-family homes on the market. We'll never see that again, probably. But so there's some comparisons for you. Realistically, a healthy market for Las Vegas, and this has changed because of the past few years, right? It's been such an anomaly. Realistically, my dad used to say anywhere from 10 to 12,000 homes on the market was healthy for buyers and sellers. But what we're seeing now, and I think that may have been the old normal, but the new normal might be a little lower. I think it might be anywhere from 7 to 10. Is like we're seeing kind of almost an equal market right now, which where the supply is, it's almost level playing field, right? We're seeing prices still increase, but generally speaking, I think it's more so because of the luxury market. The luxury market's had a great year so far. So we're still seeing some closing cost and negotiating room on medium-priced homes, right? Townhomes, condos, smaller single-family homes. There's still some wiggle room for negotiating. But, I mean, there definitely is on luxury too, right? They're not selling at list price. But my point is even though we're seeing the market go up, there's still some negotiating power on the buy side. Will we see inventory keep rising the rest of this year? I don't know. I think it's a small trend that started as more consumers jump into the market, right? Because it's starting to get springtime and people are starting to make housing decisions, right? As kids' schools starting to wrap up or getting close to it the next few months. It's warming up. People are willing to start making these, big decisions, big moves, right? The New Year's passed. Everyone's settled in, ready for 2025, take on our challenges and goals. So I know we'll have a very hot market the next 3 to 6 months, for sure, right? We're going to see a very good market. But then we'll see it slow down again come holiday. So it's going to depend on how hot we are the spring, summertime.
And inventory, like new builds, is that increasing as well?
Builders are definitely building. I can't tell you whether or not, comparative to 3 to 6 months ago, whether they're building more, but they're not stopping anytime soon, right? We're seeing the expansion. We're seeing, every once in a while we see another large portion of BLM land sold and another builder start getting to work, right? As long as people keep moving here, and we keep getting, bigger money from the western part of the U.S. coming over here, them Californians. Our city's going to keep growing, keep getting sports teams, right? We're getting the A's in another 3-4 years. I'm sure that's going to help, right? Each little bit helps keep growing our city. And then we're going to keep building, right? My dad used to joke around 10, 15 years ago. He still says it, eventually we'll be all the way out to Mount Charleston. I mean, we're getting pretty close already now, right? We're going to keep going.
Well, I was actually talking to your dad yesterday. He mentioned Pahrump is getting some
Yes,
action.
so he is building some homes in Pahrump. He's got a partner out there, and they're building some cute little, affordable single-family homes in Pahrump.
Yeah, he said they're like acre lots and acre and a quarter. I mean, that's a lot of action out there.
Yeah. So especially for folks getting priced out or folks that don't mind driving as much, or maybe them heading on the retirement side, Parump's not a bad option. Many people over the years I've met, do the daily commute, right? I'm sure it's probably a little more busy than it used to be, but it's definitely possible. And if you're not needing to come into town all the time, it's probably even more enjoyable, right? Get some land. Maybe there's not much to do out there, but you got some privacy. Both ends, right? Mesquite, Pahrump, doing pretty solid. I think Parump's get the hotter side of it right now. I've got a few clients out in Mesquite. I got a listing out there. I got one in Moapa. They're interesting markets, right? Definitely a little slower, and the average age is a little different than Vegas for sure. You start seeing the retirement towns. Really, you start to see them, right? Very, very, accustomed to the senior citizen in those towns more so, right? Mesquite more so maybe than Pahrump, but just a lot of options and availability for them and resources, I should say.
Yeah, I think that's big for Californians. They're used to being having a long commute.
Oh yeah. It takes a little bit to get anywhere out there. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna take a quick break again, guys, and when we get back, I got some houses of the week to talk about. Yeah, I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Thanks for listening to Real Estate Live with the Real Estate Guy.